Multiple California wildfires prompt evacuations, threaten homes. Seen in a long camera exposure, the Caldor fire burns as a chairlift sits at the Sierra-at-Tahoe ski resort. Multiple wildfires burning across California are creating misery for the state's residents as they spur evacuations, threaten homes, and spew noxious smoke into the air. The fight against the Caldor fire burning near South Lake Tahoe took a turn for the worse Sunday, when officials said fire activity was more aggressive than what was anticipated. The majority of South Lake Tahoe was placed under mandatory evacuation orders Monday. Strong winds fueled spot fires and flare-ups that saw gains slip away, as containment of the 177,260-acre fire dropped from 19% on Sunday to 14% by Monday morning. More than 20,000 structures are threatened by the fire. A couple of days ago I really felt we were turning a corner with it, Operations Section Chief Eric Schwab said Sunday, noting that the fire had been creeping eastward at a pace of about a half mile each day. But Sunday, it moved about 2.5 miles on us, with no sign that it's starting to slow down, he said. Caldor fire crews remain in pretty good firefight as they brace for red flag conditions. For days, the big question has been whether the Caldor fire will jump the large granite ridge that stands between it and populous South Lake Tahoe. Many residents hoped that the stony topography would act as a buffer for the flames. But officials Monday placed much of the area under an evacuation order, a worrisome indication that crews could be losing footing on the wind-whipped fire. Red flag warnings indicating gusty winds as strong as 35 miles per hour have been issued across much of the fire zone. Residents in some parts of the area closest to the fire, such as the Christmas Valley, were ordered to leave even sooner. A hellish summer in Lake Tahoe, choked in smoke with the Caldor fire closing in fast. But the Caldor fire is only one of more than a dozen large fires burning in California, including some that have been churning through the landscape for weeks or even longer. More than 15,200 firefighters are engaged in active firefights across the state, officials said. One thing to understand is that there's many other fires going in the state, said Caldor Fire Unified Incident Commander Dusty Martin. Not just in the north, but also in the southern part of the state. We're all competing for the same resources. The multi-county Dixie Fire burning in Northern California has long since claimed the title of the second largest wildfire in the state's recorded history. On Monday, the fire was 771,183 acres and 48% contained. It too prompted new evacuation warnings Sunday, even as evacuation orders for other parts of the fire were reduced or lifted. Officials said crews on the Dixie Fire would also contend with gusty red flag conditions through Tuesday. We have had some pretty strong winds today from the southwest gusting up to 27 miles per hour, Dixie Fire meteorologist Mark Lofelbein said Sunday. Our relative humidity, something that tells us how much humidity is in the air, is something we watch very close on fires. That fell down to around 10% today, and I don't think we have very much changing at least over the next 48 hours. Advertisement. The strong winds will also contribute to heavy smoke in some areas near the fire, including Susanville and Bernie, officials said. Air quality in Chester will reach very unhealthy levels. Extreme fire behavior is expected, the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection warned Monday morning. Evacuation orders and warnings were also in place for areas near the Chaparral Fire, which ignited Saturday along the border of Riverside and San Diego counties. Advertisement. That fire had grown to 1,427 acres and was 13% contained Monday morning, officials said. The blaze generated a massive fire whirl over the weekend that sent smoke and flames aloft.